or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
All right, welcome to the show, Fifth Street Sports, here on the Sports Byline USA and SB Nation radio networks. We're also broadcasting live around the world to our men and women in uniform who are listening on the American Forces Network. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you here on Fifth Street Sports, as we are each and every day at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Nick Eber, joined by Frank Perez, and our good friend and co-conspirator, Oklahoma Brian, joins us from, of all places, well, Oklahoma. We got a great show for you today, folks. We are going to be talking about the big NFL game today. Of course, we do have a Rockford file, possibly.
We don't know. We think he's in the house. We can smell it, but we're not sure yet.
Maybe. We certainly, I think maybe America's Worst Better. I don't know. We're going to see.
That's a bonus for us. That's a treat.
Absolutely. Well, we got it all for you here, folks. And, of course, we're also going to be talking about professional sports here in Las Vegas. Now, if you're not in Las Vegas, you're around other parts of the country, it's still going to be interesting because what happens in Vegas doesn't just stay in Vegas anymore. It tends to become a blueprint for what happens in other parts of the country. So stay tuned. We've got a great show. We'd love to hear from you, by the way, and we can... You can participate in the show a number of ways. You can call us in the studio at 800-878-PLAY if you would like. You can, of course, always chat with us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk, or YouTube, youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports, or Twitter, Fifth Street Sports. Or you can visit us on the web at Fifth Street Sports. Maybe you are getting the idea here that this is Fifth Street Sports.
Maybe can the kids just come by the studio if they want it?
Well, sure, absolutely, as long as they bring money.
Okay.
Bring money, come by the studio. You know, we'll do the whole guest hosting. Yeah, why not, right?
Sure, they can. I mean,
so big NFL game today, Frank?
Well, I wouldn't say big. I mean, it's big for betting. Usually, the Jets at Cleveland doesn't really. It's not usually a big game, but it kind of is because it's Thursday and everybody's waiting for the Browns. Have not won in 602 days.
Wow.
The last time they walked off the field with a regular season win, I think.
That was the last time I won at video poker, too.
602 days. No wonder you wanted to come by the studio with money. But, 602 days since the Brownies have got a W in the column. So, but they did get a tie.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about this and loads more here. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation. Nick and Frank and Oklahoma Brian, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to kick it off after this.
And here's today's BRP safety tips. Riding outdoor recreational vehicles can be fun. These safety tips can help make your outdoor experience safe and enjoyable. Enroll in a motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, or water safety course. Depending on the vehicle, always wear protective gear. Helmets, life jackets, goggles, long-sleeve shirts and pants, and gloves will help keep you incident-free. Always stick to the correct and legal number of people on your outdoor machine. And now a word from BRP.
It's time for the Yellow Tag sales event at your local BRP dealer, where you can save big on new Can-Am off-road vehicles. Can-Am vehicles were made to perform and make the most out of any challenge. And right now, quality costs less, because you can save up to $2,000 on select Can-Am vehicles. Just stop by your local BRP dealer right now before the Yellow Tag sales event is gone. Offer ends September 30th, 2018. Certain conditions may apply. See dealer for details.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
All right, folks, you're back with us here on Fifth Street Sports on the Sports Byline USA SB Nation Radio Networks. Nick Geber, Frank Perez. Let's welcome in Oklahoma Brian from Oklahoma, unsurprisingly enough. Did we lose Oklahoma Brian?
No,
okay, we
right
do.
there.
There he is. Hey, OKB, how goes it?
Hey there. How's it going, guys?
It's always a great day that you wake up and you're breathing, and, that's always a good day.
Agreed.
Brian, what do you? This is going to be your baby. What's this first title that we're going with here?
I believe this is.
Boy, this is show prep for you.
I have no idea, actually.
Boy, like you remind me of that, like the Italian mafia guy with Alzheimer's. That said, I forgot about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, though.
Anyways, it's about whatever happens in.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Will sports stay in Vegas?
All I can say is this, guys. Every time I drive south on the 15 or north up the 15,
right?
Okay, and you see the T-Mobile Arena right there on the right.
Right.
And remember the nightmare when they were building it and the traffic and all the rest. And then on the left, you see the new Raiders Stadium being built. The south portion of the Strip is absolutely going to be humming with professional sports here in Las Vegas. Plus, the minor league baseball affiliate, the what is called right now the Las Vegas 51s, but will soon be changing its name to something else, is in conjunction with their ownership, which is the Howard Hughes Corporation, building a brand new stadium up in Summerlin by Red Rock, which is a beautiful state-of-the-art, AAA rated minor league baseball stadium. And I can tell you, because I know a number of people involved in, I won't say who, but I'll just say I know a number of people involved in the various endeavors. There is a push down the line to get a Major League Baseball team. That stadium they're building up there is, in fact, modular and expandable. So, is MLB in the future of Las Vegas? I mean, the idea of playing a summer game here when it's 119 degrees, but they do it in Arizona, right?
Yeah, but it would have to be a dome. I agree. It's got to be a dome stadium. What do you think, Brian?
Boy, I tell you what. I thought we were going to get to baseball after a few other sports, but let's jump into baseball. I got some definite thoughts on baseball. I don't see how it's going to work in Summerlin. I love Summerlin. If I lived in Vegas, I would live in Summerlin. But for this to work, it's got to be on the Strip. You got to have access to the 40 million tourists that visit Las Vegas every year, and I just can't see any way this thing works as a major league facility way out in Summerlin. No way.
Well, the reason that they built it out there is because their owners, Howard Hughes Corporation, own the Summerlin Mall, and they want this to be their anchor for the Summerlin Mall. They also have the NHL training facility up there. So
Well-
that's becoming a very busy and humming place in town if you can handle the traffic on the 215 these days. But, since I lived in Los Angeles before I lived in Las Vegas, I can tell you the traffic here, despite the protestations of the locals about how bad it is, it ain't nothing.
Brian, but
Okay.
I agree that it will work because remember Summerlin and let's say the MGM, you're talking about $15 in Uber, or 20 minutes at the most.
Yeah. I think for a minor league stadium, AAA stadium, Summerlin's great, and I appreciate the fact that Howard Hughes Corporation has a vested interest in developing the Summerlin area. In fact, the word Summerlin, was that Hughes's mother's maiden name? Oh,
No, I
okay.
believe
I
it
knew
was his daughter.
daughter.
His daughter.
Okay. Okay. So, in terms of Major League Baseball, Vegas has about 2 million people. The key thing is the 40 million visitors. That's really what makes. If it's just the 2 million people, we're talking about a city that ranks roughly 40th in terms of major media markets. So,
Well, actually, let me help you here. Vegas has it's predicted we'll have close to 3 million people here in the next couple of years. I think it's 2.6, 2.7 right now. It's 36th largest media market in the country, not the 40th. It's not a particularly big media market. You might wonder, Nick, why are you able to rattle this stuff off?
Nick just got this off the top of
and the
his
reason
laptop.
is because I was involved in a group that was attempting to bring a professional sports team here to Las Vegas. So I am more than intimate with how this process works with the power brokers in the city and the county. Because remember, Las Vegas is made up of numerous municipalities. It's not just Las Vegas. There's only about 600,000 people actually live in Las Vegas. Everybody else in the valley either lives in Henderson, North Las Vegas, or in the county areas. And I don't know if this is good radio, by the way. This isn't that interesting.
But at least we know that. With that being said, Brian, like if we ever go on Millionaire or a trivia question, and they ask you for a lifeline, and it's a Las Vegas sports municipality question, we know we're going to call Nick on our lifeline here, right?
That's right. Well, I actually think it makes for fairly interesting radio, and I'm not from Vegas, but the question at hand is Las Vegas capable of hosting and succeeding in Major League Baseball? We know right now Major League Baseball's got at least 3 or 4 cities that's just not working in. Both of the Florida markets, and at times Pittsburgh's struggling. There's a few markets that baseball's consistently getting less than 10,000 fans to a game. Can Vegas outperform that?
Yes.
I think it can, but I'm skeptical. Let's go back to baseball in a moment. The thing that really excites me is football. And when exactly does football arrive?
I believe 2021, right?
No, 2020.
2020, yeah.
2020.
2020.
Not this
So
next season, but the season after.
No, not. I think right, not this season or the next one. The one
But
after that.
right, correct. Yeah, not this season, the next season, the season after. There's a couple things, Brian, on this. I mean, number one is how many professional football games are there a season?
8, and then the
Well,
playoffs.
8 regular season.
8 and 8 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The hockey team has done exceptionally well here. It didn't hurt that they went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals for their first year ever. But hockey's a little bit different because T-Mobile Arena is right on the Strip. It's covered. It's air conditioned. A hockey game also doesn't take 6 hours to get through. Okay, I think that the problem they would have with a Major League Baseball team here is maintaining attendance over 80 games. It's 80 games in baseball, 80 home games.
81, but I don't think so, Nick, because I know a lot of the guys and a lot of us at T-Mobile Arena, we know all us locals. It's like if you lived in Honolulu and you had to drive down to the Waikiki Boulevard down there to go to a game, we know that's for tourists. It's busy getting in and out of the Strip. Summerlin, believe it or not, Brian, I know I'm going to play Freakonomics on you. Summerlin would work.
Oh,
Hey.
what's that? Good Lord, we got a
Wait
Rockford
second.
pick?
Hang on. That's Rockford. Rockford is in the house, folks.
It's just come in, Andrew?
Look at
must
this.
This must have
Look
just
at this.
come in.
Okay,
Wow.
he's coming in on email now, undercover. Rockford is coming in on game 393, Kansas State, plus 16.5. And here's his take on it, because Rockford likes to give his take on it. Kansas State is 10-2 against the spread with road revenge, and 22-6 against the spread as a road dog. Also, West Virginia is 3-12 against the spread after a bye week. And that comes in BOL from Rockford. Thank you.
BOL?
Yeah, it's best of luck.
Okay.
Best of luck from Rockford. There it is, guys. Back to Nick. Okay, so wait, Brian, really quick. I was going to tell you, the Latino population for baseball, that's gotta be a big factor, don't you think?
No.
Oh, I have a couple points on that Rockford play. First of all, that's an interesting play. I don't disagree with it. The bye week stat, though, is West Virginia. This isn't a true bye week, isn't it? I think they were rained out against NC State last week. So
yeah, but
I'm not
still,
sure.
I mean, they still didn't play. I mean, would that statistically? I mean, surely it's the rest versus the fact they get a rest versus the fact that it's called a bye week versus a rain out.
I think in a traditional bye week, you have 2 weeks to prepare for your opponent.
Brian, but the main thing is as hot as you're doing right now and as clear as you're seeing things, I don't think that's good enough to be questioning anything Rockford's got to put up there. This guy's that good. I mean, you're getting carried away now questioning Rockford.
Excuse me for questioning Rockford. As for the Hispanic,
hold on to that thought, because I believe we're coming up against a break. So we're going to have an opportunity to light up a fine cigar, have some lovely port in a snifter, and be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. Fifth Street Sports.
Rebuild or replace transmission, $3,200. Anti-lock brake system, $1,000. Rebuild or replace engine, $2,400. Truth is, once your manufacturer's warranty runs out, it's all on you. Every last cent. Get protection for covered repairs with a vehicle service contract from Toco Warranty. Unlike other companies, with Toco, there's no down payment, and the monthly payments are really affordable. Not sure how long you're keeping your car? At Toco, you can pay as you go. Keep your hard-earned cash and call Toco Warranty right now at 800-222-2313 to save big money on covered auto repairs. Prices vary by vehicle, but for about the cost of a tank of gas per month, a Toco plan has your back on expensive covered car repairs. Monthly payments are very affordable. Get your free quote now. Call Toco at 800-222-2313. That's 800-222-2313. 800-222-2313. Cancellation fee may apply, subject to eligibility. Not available in Missouri and Washington. Waiting period and deductible apply. Coverage provided and administered by Warrantech Corporation or its affiliates. Not affiliated with any manufacturer or dealership. Visit TocoWarranty.com for complete terms and conditions.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
All right, folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports on SB's Byline SB Sports on Sports Nation Radio Network. Boy, I wanted to bring this one up. I wanted to bring this one in.
That was
Boy,
good, Frank. I like that.
Thank you. Okay, back to day one. But you can also find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. I'm Frank Perez, Nick Gieber. We have Oklahoma Brian. We're talking about sports teams coming and staying in Las Vegas. And we were on baseball. And Brian, you had something to say, because I thought about, which is kind of, I thought it was a good angle, and now I know I'm going to get shot down about that, maybe because of we have a lot of Latinos here. I think it's 27, 28%, that maybe they would support a baseball franchise, but I know you have an opposing view on
80% of them are Mexican heritage.
Yeah, Mexican heritage.
No, just because they're Latino doesn't mean they're Mexican. But a very, very high percentage of Mexicans in Las Vegas, rather than just Hispanics. Oh, look at.
Oh, hey, look! Oh, look, folks. We got
up.
Billy Donlin in the house. He's going to have his picks. Remember, we offered him if he goes 3-0. It's Billy. It's not a T-shirt, brother. It's a full polo shirt, really nice, with Fifth Street Sports, not just a T-shirt. So here's his pick for the shirt. Do you got him up there, Andrew? The first one. What is it? Brian, write these down because he's got to go 3-0. 349, Western Michigan minus 7.5.
Who are they playing? I don't recall.
Oh, look at this, Brian. He's stealing right out of your war chest. 402, Liberty plus 13.
That's a tough one, man. Okay, I actually like Liberty, but they're going against another team that I play frequently in North Texas. That'll be a fun one.
And what's the third one? 411, Eastern Michigan plus 12. Boy, I actually like that one. I like that one. Dang. This guy might win the shirt after all, but what do you got on why don't you like the Liberty plus 13, Ryan?
Oh, no, I actually do like it, but I also like their opponent. These are two teams that I've been riding all year, now going head-to-head. I'm not going to tip my hat, but don't be surprised if I use one of the Billy Donlin plays on Friday on the contest.
I may actually use two of them because I like that Liberty and that Eastern Michigan. That first one, I don't know about that.
It was Western Michigan.
No, I don't like I'm not sure about the Western Michigan play, but the other two, boy, I know one of them's Brian's baby, but it's like twins playing each other because you also like North Texas, right?
That's right. Is it possible maybe Billy Donlin might be from Michigan? Sounds like a Mac fan, huh?
Or a homer, right? He might be a major homer. We might be getting like homer info here, right?
Could be. What if Billy goes 3-0 this week, and then let's say he goes 3-0 the following week? Maybe we could put him in that yellow chair sitting next to you guys. Can we fly him out to Vegas?
If Billy goes, how about this? If Billy goes 3-0 2 weeks in a row, we bring him on the screen. What do you think, Nick? Can we do it?
Sure. Yeah, we'll bring him on. We'll guest him. He can call in. Or he can come in.
But he has to know that to make the Fifth Street team, that's a big cut. I mean, 3-0 ain't gonna just put you on the team. But anyway, Brian, so bring it back with the baseball with the Latino attendance factor.
Yeah, so this is a argument that I've heard because I'm from South Florida originally, and it was used on why South Florida deserved a team. And then it didn't work out for South Florida. We couldn't fill the Joe Robbie Stadium or Pro Player, whatever they call it these days. It was argued that the Hispanic population in South Florida would be enough to make baseball succeed. That never happened. Then it was argued, well, you just don't have the right stadium. Build a stadium downtown, and then it's really going to work. So they did that. It still isn't working, and no one's got a larger Hispanic population that's as passionate about baseball than South Florida, and it's never translated into Major League.
And do you know why they are so passionate about baseball? Because they are not predominantly Mexican. They are from other parts of Central and South America and South Florida.
But South Florida, isn't that North Cuba? That's North, right?
But my point is these are people that love baseball. They don't necessarily translate into box office sales, into ticket sales for the Marlins. And the same thing has happened in Tampa, where you've got a little more Puerto Ricans, not just Cubans. still awful attendance figures, and I just wonder if it's going to translate. Uh, I don't know. I mean, maybe that'll make the difference. I just can't. There's two things that I think are crucial for baseball to work in Vegas. This is coming from, I don't know Vegas as well as you guys. I travel there a dozen times a year, but I don't live there. But in my mind, for baseball to work, it's going to need to be on the Strip, and it's going to have to be indoors. And if you don't have those two things, I don't think it has a chance to work.
I agree with the indoors. I don't think you can do. I mean, I don't think you can do baseball in 119 degree heat. I don't think that's.
How about the Strip part?
I don't know, quite frankly, that there's enough available land on the Strip. I mean,
well, he means maybe like a $5 Uber or a little trolley. It's like 2 or 3 minutes off the Strip will be considered the Strip, right? They're not going to waste Las Vegas Boulevard.
What about south? What about going south or that hellhole between the Strip and downtown? That seems like there's a lot of land there, right?
Well, okay, so there is 60+ acres up in the north part where Cashman Field is. And the Cashman Field is currently the largest contiguous piece of land still owned by the city of Las Vegas. It is, I think, 62 acres, that whole section. And I think the city would very much like to redevelop that. And I think if someone came to them with a plan for a Major League ballpark and some mixed-use housing and some, all of that sort of stuff, I think they would look at it very favorably. Maybe if there's a real estate developer standing by listening to this show, they're going to take a hint from me. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. But that would probably be the best location where Cashman Field is right now. But that section is going to require complete redevelopment because that is a hellhole, to put it nicely. That is the highest crime rate. There's that section. It's just awful. Look, I have my own opinions about this. I think the National Football League, the NFL, will do very well here because there's only 8 home games. I think people will always fly in to see their team play the Raiders and make a day out of it because they're going to play the Raiders once in a season, if they're lucky, right? If they're lucky. So I think it makes it a huge event. I think the hockey team's done very well because they were an expansion team and not a team coming from another market. So people in the city really embraced them as their own. And whereas if they'd moved a team from another part of the country or from Canada over here, that team would have come with a lot of baggage. I think it would have been a lot harder of a sell. Believe it or not. I mean, that's just my take on it. I question whether a professional soccer team, a major league soccer team, would do well here. Because I think that the destination factor in Major League Soccer isn't really there. I don't think there's enough fans that are willing to travel, and it's also not the best league in the world. I think the next sport that will do exceptionally well here in Las Vegas is going to be the NBA. And I have heard very loud rumblings, and I'm going to say this, I don't have any inside information. Well, maybe I do a little bit, but I'm not really going to be giving away any state secrets. When I say that I think MGM are very close to doing something with another group in terms of some NBA here. They do have the WNBA team that just arrived. That's another tenant for the T-Mobile Arena. I can see NBA here in the next 3 or 4 years. How about you?
No, somebody's got a question there for you, Brian.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I see the question, but let me just address the WNBA because the WNBA is moving in the other direction. I don't think many people know this. The WNBA has 12 franchises currently. Do you know how many currently play in NBA arenas?
No.
4. The attendance is dreadful. In the trend of the WNBA, well, it's getting worse. And the trend of the WNBA is moving away from NBA stadiums. The Aces actually play at they play at a casino, right? They play at the MGM, or where do they play?
No, they play at the MGM.
Right.
MGM, yeah. There's no way they'll ever move to T-Mobile. Their average attendance is around 2,500, I think, and the WNBA is notorious for lying about their attendance. So whatever their stated attendance
they play at the Mandalay Bay event center.
No, yeah.
Mandalay Bay.
That's MGM, but same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we also have the big college basketball tournaments here.
Right.
For summer league here. The NBA is coming to Las Vegas. I'm telling you that right now. The NBA is coming to Las Vegas It's just a matter of time. If you are a betting man or woman, and if you're listening to this show, the chances are really good that you are. That's a pretty safe bet, people. By the way, Billy Donlan asks, is the Raiders Stadium built to house baseball as well, like the Minnesota Twins multiplex? I don't believe it is.
You don't?
I don't believe it's built to house baseball as well.
But isn't it going to be almost a $2 billion project?
Well, it doesn't mean it's built to house baseball.
Oh, you can always scratch a diamond out. Yeah, I'm not sure. But you would think it would be, right?
I know it was built with the possibility of the MLS. That was one possibility. In fact, I think Beckham was rumored to be part of the ownership group coming to Vegas at one point.
Except he now owns his team in Florida, so that's not happening anymore.
Well, not so fast, my friend. I think the funding for the Florida team is not secured yet. It's still dependent upon a bond referendum.
No, it's done. It's launched. There's a name. It's launched. It's going to be playing. It's finished.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought otherwise. All right. So
it's called Inter Miami.
I know they have a name. I still think the financing for the stadium is not 100% complete.
It's done, and he has exercised his option, so he doesn't get another option at the discounted price. That's it.
Wow. Well,
they had a price of $25 million. Which grandfathered him in. The new sports franchises in MLS are now going at $200 million. Are we coming up to a break?
Yeah, we're coming up to a break.
All right. Well, we got to go to a break. I'm not hearing any music, but that's okay.
I'm hearing the music.
All right, we're going to step aside, take a break. Fifth Street Sports. We're chatting about professional sports in Las Vegas, having a good old chin wag amongst friends. Hope you'll tune in and stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
My lawn's been worn out by summer, not to mention by my kids.
This year, use Scott's in the fall. Just one more feeding gives your grass the nourishment it needs to recover from the wear and tear of summer, while also building resilient roots to help prevent a weak, thin lawn next spring.
This fall, my kids and my grass are back out to play.
This is a Scott's Yard. Now's the time to feed your lawn. Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Hey, this is Shaq. When I was playing ball, our team doctors helped me overcome pain with something called TENS therapy. And I see how Smart Relief is that same kind of therapy. You just push a button and whoosh. Smart Relief sends waves of relaxing pulses that immediately start blocking pain. Back, hip, knee, or shoulder pain. Even works for hours after you turn it off. Man, this Smart Relief so smart they should call it Shaq Relief. Ooh, I like that one. Somebody write that down for me. Turn on Smart Relief and turn off pain. Get my lawyer on the phone. I need to patent that.
Use only as directed.
Welcome back to Fifth Street Sports. Nick Gieber, Oklahoma Brian. I'm Frank Perez. We've been talking a lot about sports in Las Vegas. And Brian, this morning when we were talking about something that we were going to bring on to the show, Las Vegas and sports and everything, we didn't know that Mr. Nick Gieber over here could win the Jeopardy contest, or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He's a 3-year expert on this entire subject matter. We got a double can of ass whooping on us today. Even trying to think about this when this guy shoots us down with realistic facts on everything. But
hang on. Before we move on, there is still a vote still left in November on the South Florida soccer. Yeah. And so it's not official yet.
No. The point I'm making is it might not be official with the final vote, but believe you me, the votes are in, and that is going to happen 100%. And David Beckham cannot be the part of any other ownership group because he has exercised his option that he got for South Florida. So that was really the point. But if you talk to anyone at Major League Soccer, and I have the distinct privilege, so I guess it is, of having done that. That is a done deal, and that is going to happen. And so there's little ambiguity left about that, just a few formalities.
And an election.
True. Yes, true. By the way, looks like Jimbo Mullins wants in on the shirt contest, guys.
What's he got? What's he coming in with? Let's see what this guy's got.
He's got 310 USC minus 4.5. That's game 310. Game 342 USF minus 21. And what else he got? 369 Arkansas plus 30. What do you boys think of that?
I like the Arkansas, Brian. You take the rest. What do you think?
Arkansas is a lot of points for an SEC game, but man, they're bad. I don't have a problem with the first two. I suppose I could go with. I wouldn't oppose any of those, but they're not plays that stand out to me.
Right. So, well,
you got to win 3 to get the shirt, right?
You got to win 3 to get the shirt.
And 2 weeks in a row to get an invite to come on the show.
2 weeks in a row, you go 3 and 3, you get the shirt, and then the next time you're invite on the show. Well, good luck to him. I mean, I
got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So to me, and I'm not a Vegas guy, but to me, the big question mark with Vegas and this new stadium is how does it impact UNLV, and what's UNLV's future like as a athletic program? I personally think that UNLV might be the biggest winner in this. They're going to be playing their home football games in this Raider Stadium. I actually think UNLV is a very attractive expansion team for the Big 12 and possibly the Pac-12.
Well, let me answer that question for you, Brian.
Wow.
UNLV has a new athletic director that came in, I want to say last year. Tina Kunzler-Murphy was the athletic director prior, and very nice lady, I might add, terrific lady, but she was kind of moved sideways because of some internal politics. But they've been looking to get into a new conference. They want out of where they're at now. They want to be a big bowl team. They do not like Sam Boyd Stadium, not because it's it's got the lovely Findlay Tower there with all the luxury suites and all that. It's just not close. I mean, it's not close to the campus. It's not close to the Strip. It's geographically undesirable, I suppose. If you're being turned down for a date, and she says it's because you're geographically undesirable, you know what that means. So the stadium is to the university geographically undesirable. This new one would be very geographically desirable, right on the Strip. And yes, Brian, I think you're spot on. I think with a stadium like that, with the high-profile location in a high-profile city, even though it's not, it's the 38th largest media market, not the first or the second or the fifth, I think that'll go a long way to building the program. And there are big money donors, some of the big families here in Las Vegas. I mean, we can mention one of them by name. The Fertittas are a massive booster for the UNLV football program. They also pretty much single-handedly built out Bishop Gorman's facilities.
That's my old high school.
Your old high school, a lot of them. And there's a lot of old families in Las Vegas that back the UNLV football program, and I think are looking for this as the next step, and I think it will bring only good things.
But Brian, one thing, but you mentioned, when you mentioned the possibilities, the Big 12 isn't West Virginia in the Big 12?
Yeah, yes. Geographically, it would be a train wreck to have West Virginia and UNLV in the same conference. But, the problem with the Big 12 is its geographic footprint right now is over a large area of the country that just doesn't have a lot of television sets in it. They need to move into bigger media markets if they're going to stay competitive with the other Big 5 conferences. And really, there aren't any obvious fits. They've kind of flirted with some of the Texas schools, University of Houston in particular. Boise's shown a lot of interest. BYU's been a possibility, but I think UNLV makes as much sense as anyone, and it would be I think it would be a benefit to the entire conference. And the problem, I guess, outside of the obvious is the perception of UNLV academically is that of a commuter school, I think, in the minds of a lot of people nationally. Maybe that's a little bit of a misstated, stereotype. I think UNLV's kind of emerged as a better university than people realize, but that's the perception in the minds of a lot of people.
Now, my friend, I'm a 54-year resident of Vegas. Now you touched on it, because Nick was I was hoping he wasn't going to say anything bad about Bishop Gorman, because that was my alma mater in '77. And as far as UNLV, let me tell you something about UNLV's hotel, thing over there. Cornell University gets their curriculum and hotel management from UNLV. That's how good they're. The best in the world.
There is, and they've got their gaming theory. There's math department's good. You would know that, Brian. The big thing, the big move in UNLV has been the medical school, and that is really what they've done here to try to take UNLV from the notion of a commuter school to a major endowed university with a medical school, which is what they've just opened here, the UNLV Medical School. Previous to that, if you wanted to go to University of Nevada and go to medical school, you had to go to Reno. The medical school was at UNR. So that's been really huge. But, look, let's get back to conferences and sports. I mean, the Mountain West is a snooze fest.
It is. It's horrible.
I mean, who you got? You got Air Force. Okay, wake me up. New Mexico, Boise, Wyoming.
I like his Pac-12. I like his Pac-12 suggestion. That's where they belong.
So we make it the Pac-13?
No.
That would be their first. Yeah, that would certainly be the first choice, I'm sure, if they had a choice between the two. I just think that the Big 12 in fact has 10 teams, so it's kind of hysterical.
But I do got to tell you something though, Brian. If it goes up for a vote, every conference in the nation is going to vote. They want UNLV in it, because if you were in the Big East, or even if you were in Jamaica or Puerto Rico or whatever, where would you want to play your next road game? Las Vegas, baby. You know what I mean? Every conference is going to want Vegas in it.
Certainly from a travel perspective, it's easy. I mean, Vegas.
Maybe the fans do. I don't know.
I mean, Las Vegas is the #1 destination airport in the country. More flights terminate in Las Vegas than any other airport in the country. It's not to say it's the busiest airport, because it's not. It's not a big hub. But in terms of destination airport, terminating flights, it's extremely easy to get to from anywhere in the country. You can almost always find a flight that will be coming to Las Vegas, the #1 destination airport in the entire nation. So travel is easy. Accommodations are inexpensive and available. We can, I forget how many hotel rooms are on the Strip. The stadium would be right on the Strip, be high profile. Legal marijuana, hookers 2 counties away, strip clubs, be everything a college athlete wants.
I would like to have the college football or college teams. Tell me the team that's coming in, and then I would like to have the place that makes the fake IDs. Because most of them are 19 and 20-year-olds. You got to be 21. I'll make your fake ID for the road team.
You are setting yourself up for a felony conviction. You're admitting to this right here on the national air.
No, but I'm. Guys,
oh my goodness, here we go.
Hang on a second. We got breaking news coming in. We have breaking news. America's worst bettor is coming in. He's on the loose, and here comes his play. You guys think, what's he got? Here it is. Seattle Seahawks -2 from America's worst bettor. Now, Brian, Two things. First of all, let's give, in case there are new listeners, a little bit of recap on who America's Worst Bettor is, and then comment on another bad play that he's put out.
Okay, so we contacted a few bookmakers in the summer in preparation for this show, trying to identify the worst documented bettor in America. We looked for a guy who's consistently been losing, with the idea that as a show we would try to fade this guy. We found a guy who's been losing for 7 years, playing with the same bookie. Guy's actually a fairly big bettor too, which is, God, would I love to have this guy as a customer. But that's basically who America's Worst Bettor is. I don't actually know his identity. Neither do you guys. So that's it. And it looks like he's playing Seattle. Who's Seattle playing? Dallas this week?
Dallas, yeah. The Seattle's at home, if that makes a difference. But this guy always takes the worst line. I mean, how could you? Is there twos out there?
It's 1.5 to 2, I think, was what I saw this morning.
He shops around for the worst line, right? I mean, this guy.
He shops around for the worst line, and I believe Seattle's also 0-2. So I'm sure he's thinking this is a must-win. Circle the wagons. They can't possibly lose 3 games.
Russell Wilson's going to kill them. The whole thing, right? Everything.
They got to win this game. They can't lose, and we know that's the biggest fallacy in betting with squares. Never think that it can't happen.
That's right. By the way, Brian, yesterday when you started, we don't know who Rockford is. He just comes in. We're happy to have him. He's been great for our team and the stuff that he brings in. But yesterday when you asked, like, who is this Rockford? Where is he from? I got so many things when you started asking that. It's like an FBI with a missing child or something like this. I actually got a thing that all these tips and leads, somebody thinks that they saw him at a farmer's market in Eugene, Oregon. I mean, gotta give me a break.
Are you kidding me?
Right? I mean, give me a break.
Wow.
Right? What's this guy look like? I mean, there's more photographs of Howard Hughes in person than this Rockford guy.
He doesn't look like James Garner, though, with the big hat, and he's dead.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell. I'm getting sightings at farmers markets, a Connecticut mall. But anyway, so getting back to it, Brian, I do believe you're right. Go ahead.
Is it true? I heard a rumor that Rockford was, in fact, the inventor of Bitcoin. Is that true?
Oh, really? What's it? Hoshi Yamoshi,
who's
his real name is Frank Jones, or something like that.
He might be. I mean, he's got.
It was actually
stuff.
Rockford.
Yeah, he's actually Rockford.
They don't even know that he's part of the Fifth Street Advantage. He's one of the major contributors. His record is off the charts. That's why we share it with all of our audience.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question. You guys were touching on this a second ago with the UNLV in Vegas checkmarking all the boxes, drugs, strippers, whorehouses, all the finer things in life. Tell me, how is this going to impact the Raiders? Is it going to be hard for the Raiders to win with all of the distractions in Vegas?
No, these are big boys. Plus, they, actually all these things, they do it in their hometown anyways. It's just not legal there.
Well,
so maybe
hold on. I just read an article, and we're running out of time here. Floyd Mayweather apparently has dumped $50 million in gambling losses. So yeah, I think it's an issue, and I think we're going to see just how much discipline these teams can have. All right, Jerry Pippin sends us hearts. That's great, Jerry. Thank you. We send one back to you. All right, we got to go to break. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation Radio. Big hello to our men and women listening around the world on American Forces. Nick and Frank in Oklahoma, Brian. We'll be right back to wrap it up.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Guys, we're back. Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. We're in the American Forces Network. Boy, it's been a fun show. We're going through Vegas. Brian, you did not think today that